Would you choose to retire and never work again if you could grow wealthier and wealthier over time? If you liked your job and didn't mind exchanging 40 or so years of your life for money, working until your mid-60s would be okay. You'll be able to travel, spend time with family, and enjoy free time sooner if you start making passive money as soon as possible. The problem with traditional retirement investing is that once you stop working, your annual income doesn't increase and you're stuck with the same pay for the rest of your life. You might get small inflation adjustments, but the prospect of a stagnant income isn't appealing. Fortunately, using dividends to finance your expenses may enable you to retire early and get continuous raises. This means that if you retire modestly in your 30s or 40s, you will be in good shape. You'll have a substantial income by the time you reach typical retirement age. How might dividends be used to enable you to retire at a young age while still seeing your investments increase over time? Hello, my name is Mr. Smart Money. I also assist others in learning about money, personal finance, and investing. If you want to improve your financial situation, then you will want to watch all the way to the end. And if you find this useful, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Retiring early on dividends requires some sacrifice. Every year, you should set aside a large sum of money and invest it wisely. This might be challenging, and it is not for everyone. Everyone would do it if the amount of devotion and hard work required to retire early was easy. The good news is that it is possible, and it does not always necessitate a high-paying career requiring years of education. In fact, starting a job right away can be a better option than waiting 4 years to finish your undergraduate degree. Does it make sense to spend 4 or 8 years acquiring a degree if you only plan on working till the age of 35, or is it wiser to start working and investing right away? You could be missing out on 4 to 8 years of compound interest throughout your college years. With a different degree, your salary may be lower, but you might start investing much sooner, and without the added cost of college, the difference may be negligible. The statistics can be generated using figures that are closely related to your situation to give you an idea of the best course of action. To retire on dividends, how much money will you need? According to dividend investing gurus, you should strive to live in a portfolio that pays out 4% in annual dividends. This would be a reasonable and secure yield that would allow your income and portfolio to expand over time. That's the polar opposite of conventional wisdom, which suggests that you should cut back when you retire and keep your spending low indefinitely. Many dividend ETFs that hold profitable firms that are anticipated to grow their dividends on a regular basis would fall into this category. On a $500,000 portfolio, a 4% yield would generate around $20,000 in annual income. Also, on a $1 million portfolio, around $40,000 per year. Regular payments would be made to you without ever having to touch the principal of your investment. In fact, if properly invested, the principal will grow over time while you earn regular income. There's no need to sell a portion of your investments for income, unlike standard retirement income strategies. As a result, dividend investment can be highly appealing. A youthful retiree can live on a low salary in the early years of retirement, then balloon their lifestyle as they get older and seek a more opulent living. When you retire early, you'll almost certainly need to live frugally in the months running up to and beyond that date. Unless you have a very high-paying profession that allows you to save a lot of money rapidly, you'll want to decrease costs wherever you can. Although being economical can be exhausting, it will pay you when you achieve your objectives. Apart from that, some actions of frugality are self-evident, such as not eating out numerous times each week and not squandering money on impulse purchases. Are such compromises really that inconvenient when you consider what they'll help you achieve? When you're older, you won't be disappointed that you were frugal with your money because you didn't lose out on any significant life experiences. In fact, you'll be glad you were thrifty. These thrifty practices will not only enable you to save more money, but they will also enable you to live on less money, reducing the amount of dividend income required to achieve financial independence. 4% may appear to be a small number, and it may appear that you would need an enormous sum of money to retire on that rate. Although this is partially true, early retirees often have minimal expenses, since they don't want to be enslaved to a job and are willing to be more economical. Many individuals would argue that if it meant they would never have to work again, they could survive on $20,000 per year to begin with. You'll need around $500,000 to accomplish this. That's a significant sum of money, but when you break it down, it becomes more manageable. Someone may put $1,000 per month into the S&P 500 for 17 years, or from the ages of 18 to 35, and end up with more than $500,000. Furthermore, there are more options to save money once you retire, such as traveling during the off-season. When you have a normal job, you must go on weekends and holiday weeks, when places are crowded and rates are high. Could you make ends meet on less than $1,700 a month? If your taxable income is less than $40,400 and you're single, you won't have to pay any taxes or qualifying dividends. As long as you're in that tax rate, you'll be able to collect tax-free dividends even if you have a brokerage account. Housing is most people's largest single expense, however there are methods to cut that cost, temporarily. House hacking is one of the finest methods to cut your home bills once you achieve retirement, and your income climbs to a more comfortable level. This could take the shape of housemates sharing an apartment. If you have the financial means, you could buy a multifamily property and rent out the other units to cover your expenses. Another alternative is to rent out your property for a short period of time while you vacation, visit friends and family, or relocate. Most people's second major expense is transportation, which commonly takes the shape of an expensive financed vehicle. This can be mitigated by owning a cheap but reliable vehicle, or by not owning a car at all, and instead relying on other modes of mobility such as a bike or public transportation. If you're willing to be graded, there are plenty of opportunities. Not everyone wants to be incredibly frugal in their younger years, and there's nothing wrong with that, but if you want to retire early, you'll need to keep a close eye on your spending and invest diligently in high-quality assets that will produce income for a long time. Those who desire to retire early are usually happy to cut back on their spending in order to achieve their objectives. The progress you make early in your life will pay off exponentially in the future. When many of your friends are trapped working into their 40s, 50s, and 60s, this will provide you the freedom to try new activities. If you get tired of retirement and need more spending money, you can always return to work in some capacity. Those who did not plan ahead of time will not be able to take advantage of this opportunity. While the majority of investment withdrawal techniques combine asset sales with bond interest income, this isn't always the best option. Another option is to invest in excellent dividend companies and funds with rising payouts, which can help you achieve a 4% yield on your investments. Compounding in previous inflation can help investors outperform distribution growth. For people who desire to retire at an early age, this form of long-term investing with increased future income and net worth is ideal. Your income will rise over time, allowing you to live more luxuriously if you so desire. Learn how to locate these good assets and devise a strategy that will allow you to live your life as you see fit. So there you have it. Thank you for listening, and click on our next video for even more interesting economic and financial insight. Watch all of our videos. We take pride in bringing you the very best. You may not agree with me completely, so let me know in the comments. I am Mr. Smart Money, reminding you to stay smart with your money and to be excellent to each other. Watch our next video right now. I will see you in our next video.